So guys, one of the things I've been doing today is all my tomato plants. I don't know if you remember my initial videos. They were like little buds, and what I found is that they are growing very tall now. But I want them to not just grow tall, I want them to start to branch out. And so what I've decided to do is I have to prune them, and I've been looking at so many videos because I wanted to get this right. I don't know if you can see this initial shoot right here, and from looking at all the videos, as heartbreaking as this may seem, because I'm so happy these guys are growing, I have to actually cut this piece off so that this plant can thrive and it can shoot out, and then all these sides here can could branch out and get more leaves, and then obviously get more fruit. So right now I have my shears. I've been doing this all morning, but I wanted just to show you guys what I'm going to be doing, and it's very heart wrenching because I'm damaging my plant. But as I said, that hurt will you'll overcome that hurt in once you see this tree start to branch out. So here goes. So I trim it off and I actually put it in here as fertilizer for the soil. So as heartless as this may seem, they say what I'm doing is supposed to actually benefit the plant. And you see I have some leaves hanging off here. I'm going to take these off as well because they're not really doing anything for the plant. They're all along on the ground, and then once plants are on the ground, they're susceptible to diseases. And again, I'm putting all the leaves back in here as fertilizer. I want you also to see something. Are you seeing all that growth? All the root? I don't know if you're seeing clearly, guys. Look, there's roots galore growing in there. See, roots. So, but this is one particular plant that's going to be left in here. I'm not going to take it out at all. It's going to stay right in here, and I'm going to just prune them and see how far it's going to go. I'm supposed to get some pots this week, and I'm going to see how much of this I can transplant. But obviously I have this huge garden, and they're no longer babies anymore. They're like teenagers with hormones, and they're growing, and they're very bold at it, but they're growing so well. So all these I pruned earlier. If you can see, I actually cut the tip off. See, I pruned it as well. Now with tomato plants, it's a little different though. Rather than cut the top, I had to cut the leaves at the bottom. So I already took the leaves off at the bottom here. Well, this one is not, I'll leave him. But there were some other leaves at the bottom here. I should carry this little piece right here. Because what happens is that the leaves touch the ground and they become susceptible to a lot of diseases that might be on the soil. I don't want it to affect the plant. So it's a bit of a different strategy you use when you're doing tomatoes. This is my one jalapeno that has been so good, has been thriving and being so good. I want to transplant this one today because I know it needs to grow. Remember too, guys, I had this little plant. I wasn't sure what it was. It's basil, but I don't know what happened here, but I'll see. But this is basil. So I have about 3 or 4 more of these same exact plants. So I'm going to take this out of here. I'm going to also transplant it into another container so that all the bases can be together and they can grow together. So I pruned all of these here. I just wanted to show you guys. I took off all the leaves at the base of these things when they were tomatoes, and the peppers I pruned once they got to the top. I want to keep maybe 2 tomato plants that I'm not going to prune, so that we can see the effects of pruning versus ones that we did not prune, because this is all a learning process, and we just want to make sure that we get it right. They said that these plants, these pepper plants, when you prune it, you give the whole plant energy to start to shoot out additional roots, stems, which will generate fruit, eventually vegetables. And also they said, if this is the only thing I thought was so crazy, it mentioned if you see them start to flower, mind you, I got one earlier, like I bought a flower on me that said, as hard as that may seem, it's a premature flower. You don't want it to start to flower just yet, so cut the flower off as well. So before I even have to reach that stage where I have to cut flowers off, which I will die, because my whole aim in doing this gardening is to have fruits, flowers and fruits. So before I reach that stage, I'm going to prune them and make sure that they're doing good. So remember I told you about my little watering system. Look, I have this one right here. I mean, guys, this might be very hilarious, but it has worked really good. So if I wanted to, for example, open up this a little bit, you know, I can leave it there. So you'll start to drip a little more. That one is so heavy. Right, so leave it right there and we'll just drip. A little bit more. Right. So I'm gonna make sure that plant's right under there and get the water. So it's dripping, as you can see. So that's what I've been doing. I have to fill these back. Oh, they're all empty now. I have to fill them back, you know. So this is something I discovered with my potato plants. I mean, I remember I told you about a little straggling one that came up. Look at them, guys. Look. They were just a few days ago. It was like a little shoot. These were not even here 2 days ago. Look at them. But what I've noticed though, and I've been looking at a lot of videos, there are funguses that attack potato plants. And I've noticed the leaves are starting to get yellow on me. And also that it's kind of get all spotted on me. I think it's a fungus. As well as they said the curling of the leaves. So I'm going to do some research today as to what I can do to help my babies thrive. See, like when they're reaching out here, they want to wrap around things and start to grow. And I intend to keep these guys around for a bit so that they can really grow. Just let me show you a couple of the things I've noticed. Remember I had a cucumber plant some time ago, and it just got so big, and I had given it to my landlord to transplant. 3 of them came up again. So guess what? I'm gonna keep these bad boys right here. I am not going to take it out at all, and I'm going to leave these right in here and see how they can grow. Now in here there are some onions here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take these out today and put them in that onion pot across so, and use this for something else. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for as yet. And I'll tell you something. Now garlic, they say once it's fully ready to be harvested, it starts to lie down, like how this is lying down here. But these get brightly brown. You see like how it's starting to get brown? Don't be alarmed. It's not if the plant is dying. It's an indication that the plant, the garlic is nearing its harvest time. So once these green come fully brown and it's like totally lying over, that's when I know it's ready to be transplanted. Also, I discovered lettuce. My lettuce, you remember the little, look at that raven, I got lettuce from this already. But this too is starting to get a little brown, and I don't know what happened with this one. But I noticed this, look, some seed is coming on, flowers, sorry. So once it's flower, I'm gonna keep these seeds and try and use this to transplant as well. Also, I have, as you know, these are also flowering. I definitely want to do some research about how I can get the seeds from this as well. So like this one here, for example, is all brown. I figure this might be the seeds, you see? So I'm gonna see if I can transplant these and use them for replanting, you know? I'm gonna take these and put them in a little Ziploc bag and keep for transplanting. In the interim, I'm just going to throw it right inside of here, and we'll see if it decides to regrow, you know. And my cilantro also is flowering, you see? Look at it, it's flowering. So I think this look more like parsley though. I don't know, this is a cilantro plant. I don't know, I have to determine and see what really this is. I'm not sure. So I just wanted to bring you guys up to date. I remember I told you I had basil. Again, this is some basil I have here. I don't know what's happening. It's a little discolored also. this one I definitely want to transplant this into a pot by itself with the other basils, you know. So I did not prune this one. This is a pepper plant. I pruned this one, as you can see. This one, I don't know if you can look really carefully. Inside there, like it wants to flower. So I am not, literally, I'm not gonna touch these two. Remember I said I'm gonna just keep two to see what happens if I don't prune it. I'm gonna leave these two and see how, you know, what happens if I don't prune it and the effects of it, you know. Inside of here I have a whole bunch of weeds that I need to just root out and allow my plant to grow, give it some space. So I have to do some cleaning up today, and just to give it some space. Remember I had cut these scallions, what it was like a week ago. It's like raven now, so today I'm going to cut it all down again so you guys can see. I'm going to document how long it takes to just shoot back up like this. I'm going to cut them out again and make some seasoning with some thyme, make a nice pesto or something, you know, and see how that goes. So my beautiful arugula was going so well, but look at it, something has been eating it. So my landlord gave me a spray to, you know, prevent whatever was eating it. So I think I'm gonna just like take off all these leaves that were bitten up and see if it will thrive with new leaves, you know, because it's crazy. So I sprayed this stuff in it, and I think I see a slow down of whatever was eating it, a slow down of it. I mean, this thing was like eating it like crazy. Look at it, it's crazy. So I'm gonna let it thrive a little bit more and see what happens there. Oh, I now see it. Look guys, I now see the culprit. Look, that's a little culprit. It's a worm. Oh, it's a little dead little worm. So I'm gonna get rid of him today for sure. So that has been the culprit, eating up my nice beautiful arugula. These are some of the challenges that you get when you start gardening. So the more you live, the more you learn. So I'm going to get rid of that little green worm, and I'm going to look in here also and see if it's in here and get rid of it as well. Alright guys, just giving you an update. Everything, I mean, as I said, I don't have babies anymore. Look at this one, for example. This was a little tomato. Look at this. So today I definitely want to transplant this. I have a large spinach container that I have. I'm going to fill it with soil, and I'm going to put like 2 tomato plants in there and see how they thrive. This was supposed to be cilantro. It's struggling in there, but it's coming. It will come when it's ready. I'm not forcing it at all, you know. All right, so as far as the eye can see, they're all getting big. Within another week or two, these guys are going to be huge. All right guys, over and out. Bye.